Good evening, folks. Kent Hovind here in the crew at Dinosaur Adventureland in Lenox, Alabama. It is October the 3rd. This is a famous day in history for somebody somewhere, but I don't know what it is, Joseph. Okay. Tonight, open mic. Evolution is the dumbest and most dangerous religion in the world. Prove me wrong. Call in, you atheists. Those like to defend your religion. Come on. There's nothing scientific about evolution. We believe the Bible is true and evolution is the dumbest idea ever. Okay, here we go. We're on a bunch of channels on Facebook, on Rumble, on X, on our own TV app, KentHovind.tv. We have Instagram, TikTok. They keep growing. Numbers keep going. Okay. Tell your friends about it. Joseph, I get 2 or 3, maybe 4 or 5 phone calls a week from people saying, I used to watch you on YouTube. I can't find you anymore. So all of you, would you tell all of your friends tonight, make tonight the day, November, what's today, October 3rd. We're going to contact your friends, say, here's where to find Kent Hovind. Let's just get up to speed. You think they're not going to restore our channel, are they? YouTube?
No, I mean, definitely not the original channel. Kent Hovind official.
Well, if any of you have some of the really old videos we did on those old channels, send them to Joseph. Text support at drdino.com. We'll repost them on all of our new channels. Okay? So please, there was a lot of good material, brother. I poured myself into that stuff. Okay, let's say we're on iOS and TV, Apple TV, whatever all that is. So be sure to hit like button. I do this on all the channels I watch. If I like a show, hit like. I guess it does something for algo or something, right? His rhythm, yeah, algorithm. Okay, and share it. Make a comment. Subscribe. If you're sad or lonely this Christmas, anytime, any holiday, come join us. How many folks are out there tonight having a barbecue or something? Got a lot of people here today. I gave 2 tours. I can hardly talk. And fix the taillight on the truck. You know about the truck?
No.
I got a huge load of lumber at Pensacola Salvage, strapped it down, turned a corner in Repton. One of the straps broke. The whole pile of lumber fell over, broke the taillight, $80. And here I am trying to get home to get the guys the lumber they needed. I got to restack 100 2x4s and 30 2x6s, 14 foot. Well, it's a good thing I never complain. Anyway, come join us, okay? for all the activities. Columbus Day, Fall Festival Day. There it is, Fall Festival. Honor our vets. We love vets. Come on down, guys. We'll treat you like royalty, okay? Join us for Thanksgiving dinner, if you'd like. Join us for Christmas. Family abandon you. We'll take you right in. Come on in, okay? If you're lonely for the holidays, come visit. Brother, have you seen this video this guy did, Foraging Truth? He does really good stuff on how to live off the land. He's a Christian. I've talked to him several times on the phone. I keep forgetting to push it. He's only got, 4,000 subscribers. I'd recommend you look at what he's doing there. Tell him Kent said hi, okay? And then this guy, John Adolphi, Lost World Museum. If you're not subscribed to that, subscribe to that. That guy's really got some good stuff on creation and dinosaurs living with man. Just thank you, John, for what you do. Keep up the good work. Okay. We've had tens of thousands of visitors come from all over the world to visit Dinosaur Adventureland. Let's see, somebody write in, Josh. I really love the experience and people at DAL, good people. Thank you, Josh, appreciate that. They help us to open for free. 9.5 years now. Don't charge a dime. We feed over 3,000 meals a month. But God just sends the money in from people that love us, okay? If you love what we're doing, the Bible says, let those that, if somebody's teaching you, you should support that teacher. Okay, how's that verse go? Let him that is taught in the word communicate with him that teacheth in all good things. Okay, so there, go to 855 Big Dino extension 1, or go to Dr. Dino. There's a button on there. Oh, there it is. There's all the black spots, right? Yeah. Hello, everyone. How are you? Kent Hovind official Joseph. What does that question mean? How are you, Joseph, or how are you, Kent Hovind? Oh, I'm lost on that one, brother.
Good either way.
I'm doing good. I'm doing fine. Okay, doing fine. 9.5 years now, we're open, 32. No, it should be over 40,000 visitors. I got to change that number. Okay, get our seminar series on 18 hours, $50. You can return it and get your money back when you're done. Same thing with our Woe series. What on earth is about to happen? Brother, this is October. This is the big day for the Jewish nation. Big month. Keep an eye on Israel, folks. Watch what's happening. It's all prophesied 2,600 years ago in the book of Daniel. And 2,000 years ago in the book of Revelation. Get my book and my video series on that topic, okay? There's the sign that they tore off and stole a couple weeks ago. Come to Dinosaur Adventureland. So we now have another sign up there that says $500 reward for information leading to the arrest and conviction of the coward who stole our sign. You got to really be brave to attack a sign in the middle of the night that can't defend itself. Yeah. Anyway, there it is, Dinosaur Adventureland. So we got to get another one made now. Okay. Let's see. There's the signs on the side of the building we're renting downtown Lenox. Come help us finish the ark. Okay, that's it, Joseph. Here we go. AJ, I just happened to stumble across this looking for people to comment on tonight. AJ versus Kent Hovind debates. He says, he's got his own hammer that says facts. AJ, you copy everything. Listen, AJ, pay attention, okay? Real science, the facts, support the creation, not evolution. Evolution is a dumb religion. You disagree? Call in, AJ, anytime. Come visit. You can sit right. I've had several other atheists come spend a couple of days. We feed them, house them, treat them like royalty, give them the tours. We're not bad people. We're good people here, AJ. Come on down. We'd love to have you, okay? Let's see. Ambushed apostate called in the other night. He calls Kent Hovind, confronts him on the Ark encounter, protest absence. I didn't show up. He's got 300 subscribers, so never mind. Okay. Here's some of the comments on there. Kent is a coward. Well, Mark, I'll tell you what. I'll debate you anytime. I'm not afraid of anybody. Am I, Joseph? Have you ever turned down a debate on creation? 389. I'm looking to get to 1,000 before I die. So hurry. Okay. Here's Cloudy Bowels. You have that thing you did on Cloudy Bowels? He comments on all the channels. Anytime I'm on anything, he wants people to notice him. Okay, on the count of three, everybody say, hi, Cloudy. 1, 2, 3. Hi, Cloudy. We noticed you. Now go away, okay? Fact, Kent claimed he was going to meet the atheists at the Ark rally. Fact, Kent didn't turn up. He introduced the matter of numbers attending later as a feeble excuse. Well, Joseph, you were there. When we were up dismantling the giant crab, we talked about it and said, look, they've only got 10 people signed up at the time or something like that. You go, set up a camera, and be ready to film. You could have done it from your phone. Right. Well, they claim he didn't have a camera there. You had your phone, which has a camera on it, okay?
Yeah, but I didn't go to their event. I was across the street, and I was texting with Kentucky atheists, and I told him to let me know if somebody wants to debate you or interact with you. And I didn't hear anything from them the whole time. So that's what they're saying. They're saying you're lying. They're saying I'm lying. They're saying everybody's lying.
I was very willing to debate, but I'm not going to waste a whole day of my time with lots to do for 10 people that don't want to hear anyway. So call in. We can do debates by remote. There's a thing called technology. We can have debate. I thought about too late. Ambushed Apostle is talking about how I had to be there live to do the debate. Yet he's doing the debate with me by Skype. Anyway, so Cloudy says, going to meet at the Ark rally. Kent didn't turn up. Let's see. He's simply the chicken he accuses others of being. Well, Cloudy, I'll debate you on creation evolution if you'd like. If you have any evidence for it, show it to me. Okay. Here we go. Captive desk. I was in Kentucky. Hawaiian shirt guy is dishonest. Who's that? This is a Bangladesh shirt. Yeah. Was there over a dozen speakers scheduled, and many of us, myself included, captive desk, whatever that means, took the mic. Joseph is dishonest. Hawaiian shirt guy is too. We had plenty of parking, ambushed apostate, and others were working parking. No one there to talk or debate or set up any such thing. There was a generator as well for power. So no one but protester, and no one protesters any equipment there. The best of his weak, dishonest claim was they drove by and took a picture from their vehicles. Is that what you did, Joseph? You parked across.
And then I stood across the street at the restaurant and was taking videos.
Yeah.
I saw the police out there and everything. I was there.
Okay. Did they know you were there?
I was in contact with Kentucky atheists.
Kentucky atheists.
He was supposed to call me if somebody wanted to debate you. I didn't hear anything. I can show you my phone.
So you stayed right there, and if anybody would have wanted to debate, you would have done it and broadcast it. And I'll still broadcast it. Call in right now. You'll go on live. This is live on all of our channels. We got nothing to hide. Okay. Rumble is streaming to the profile and not the channel. What does that mean?
That's for the audience. It's going to a different Rumble channel than we usually go to. So on there.
My brain is maxed out on this kind of stuff, Joseph. You handle it, okay? Let's see. Let's see. Hovind, soot kettle. Hovind won't debate on anything but evolution because he is a one-trick pony. If he would open his mouth in a debate about anything else, he would fail miserably. Well, you can believe what you want, Sir Kettle. I'm pretty smart on quite a few topics, actually. Let's see. Cloudy writes in again. Joseph, shut him off, Joseph, shut him off. But Kent says he isn't afraid. This is because the guy was constantly interrupting me. Look, it's my show. He was asking a question. I'm trying to answer it. I go one topic at a time, and he keeps interrupting. So yes, I'll do the same for you, Cloudy. Okay, we'll shut you off if you try to interrupt. Let's see. Okay, Joseph, who we got there? Who? Ambrose. I'm 72 years old. None of the other guys can keep up with me. That's true, isn't it? Okay. Cloudy, again, I got another comment. A teacher of math and science with 4 PhDs who refuses to discuss algebra. Cloudy, listen to me. I can discuss lots of topics. I bet I know about engines, internal combustion engines more than you do. I bet I know more about electricity than you do. I've wired houses, many of them. I bet I know about more plumbing than you do. I bet I know about more how air conditioners work. I bet I know a lot of topics: algebra, geometry, trig, biology, earth science. I only got time for one, and that's evolution. So that's all I'm going to worry about. Let somebody else argue about all that stuff, okay? I bet you don't even know what the word algebra means. Yeah, okay. Wow. Kent wants to debate everybody, but just not you. No, I'll debate you on creation, anybody, on evolution, okay? He wants to debate people who knows won't debate him. Well, Nimrod, that's simply not true, okay? He's lying about the ark non-encounter and not letting you talk. Joseph, you were there. If they have another one, we'll send a representative again. Why don't you guys have your rally down here in Lenox, and we can debate right here live? Yeah, simple. So I did a debate with Jeannie Scott, the National Center for Science Education at Berkeley, California. I was in North Carolina or something at the time. We did the one by phone. Wow, they had the technology way back then, too. Wow. 16,000 subscribers. This is Jeannie Scott, the National Center for Science Miseducation at Berkeley. Here's some of the comments there. It's amazing to see how Kent has literally not changed a single one of his talking points for decades. Well, the mind illuminated, that's because truth doesn't change. When I was a little boy, I learned 2 + 2 is 4. You got a calculator there, Joseph? Can you check that? They haven't changed that, have they?
The exact same.
Same thing. See, simple, guys. Truth doesn't change. So I was teaching the truth way back then. I said, cows always produce cows. There are no exceptions, none. Nobody's ever seen one. But you guys want us to believe by faith that cows are related to penguins. This is stupid. This is a propaganda poster. You'd have to go to college for years to be dumb enough to believe this poster. You can't do it right away. It takes years of brainwashing. You finally come out and say, yes, master, I believe. Yes, master, I believe. Please give me my degree so I can publish in accredited journals where everybody else has been brainwashed. Okay. So amazing to see not changed a thing. Well, okay. When you begin with the conclusion and move the goalpost to accommodate for that, you have left the realm of science. Well, that's what evolution has done. Thank you. Atheists believe in trillions of impossible coincidences. I agree. And call it natural process. Atheists say the universe is billions of years old to help their trillions and trillions of impossible coincidences. Joe Citizen, you are right smack on the dot. That's correct. So much for atheist free thinkers. Yeah, you're not free thinkers. You're free to think inside your little box of evolution. If it goes outside of there, you won't get anything published, that's for sure. Okay. I don't know if she's more logical, but she sure interrupts Kent on every single time he tries to state his point. That was Jeannie Scott. By the way, call Jeannie. I'll debate her anytime. Anytime. Bring it up. National Center for Science Education in Berkeley, California. Okay. Did I tell you about the time I went there, Joseph? I went to the National Center. I'm walking around looking at stuff. The pastor at the church, I was speaking somewhere near Berkeley. We were in there walking around and looking at their stuff. This guy walked past me looking at me kind of funny. Turned around, walked back, looking at me kind of funny. His name was Skip something. He worked there. Finally, he walked over. He said, Are you Kent Hovind? Yeah. He said, oh no, you're standing in our building. I said, that's because I can't fly. When I left, they taped a piece of paper on the floor that said Kent Hovind stood here. I'm serious. I got them all scared, Joseph. And I'm just a little, non-accredited degree high school science teacher. Easy picking, guys. Come on. Okay. Talk sense to a fool, he will think you're foolish. Thanks, Dr. Scott, for tearing Kent apart. I'll tell you what, you watch this debate. Where's it at? National Center for number 4, Science Ed, long time ago. Okay. You think she tore me apart? I'm sorry. You didn't watch the same one I did. Pure internet gold. The most amazing thing with these people is that they can argue their side based on a page or two in a 2,000-year-old book. Isn't that amazing? That 2,000-year-old book was correct. It was written by the guy who built the universe. He should know how it's going to end. He should know how he did it. And he said 20 times in the first 7 chapters of that 2,000-year-old book that animals and plants will always bring forth after their kind. Show me the exceptions to that. Show me where you've seen it happen. There aren't any exceptions. It doesn't happen. In spite of a huge amount of evidence against it, really. Okay, who's this? Super Pest. Boy, now that's a good name. Okay. Show me this huge amount of evidence against the Bible. Show me that, would you please? And they absolutely love the sciences that work for them, which is all of the sciences. But when it screws with that book of theirs, it becomes scientific conspiracy against the tithe. Oh, that's what it's all about. Oh, you think it's all about money? Pest. There is zero evidence for evolution. It's the dumbest religion in the world. That's tonight's program. Call in. You got something to say about it? Let's see. Oh, that's all I got, Joseph. Give me some of yours there. You got there? Yeah. Was Cain the offspring of Satan? Absolutely not. Adam was the father of Cain. Adam and Eve, after they sinned, they had Seth. They had Cain and Abel, but no dates are given. Later they had Seth, and then it says they lived 800 years and begat sons and daughters. I think you can have a whole lot of kids in 800 years. Okay, but Cain was one of Adam's children. It's just evidence that the same parents can produce 2 children that turn out totally, totally different. You get them the same way, you feed them the same food, you raise them in the same house, and they turn out different. Nobody can explain it. Okay. Got my faith back listening to Kent. Great work telling the truth at school. But good. Thank you, Roland. Now spread it around. Tell somebody else about it. Okay. I was on Google. I typed in evolutionary stages, came across like some images of what looked like could be monkeys or humans. Have you seen those online? What's your mean? They're always trying to find something halfway between 2 things. Halfway between, a fish and an amphibian. So they show the fish that has little limbs before the fins. They're still fish and they swim around just fine. Okay. They show monkeys, they arrange them in some kind of order from smaller to larger. They always do that, smaller to larger, to show that man's getting bigger, better, stronger, smarter. Someday we're going to sail around the universe and discover new life forms like Star Trek. Mm-hmm. The truth of the matter is man used to be much larger in the past. Okay. Now we're smaller, dumber, and weaker. Now we got people so dumb, they believe they came from a rock. And they're teaching at our university, a bunch of them. Yeah. Okay, I'll try to fix that. Okay. If evolution is real, then why are there no lizard people? If a cell turned fish, frog, then monkey. You would think they'd see the missing links alive today, but they only exist in the long ago, far away imagination. Just imagine an amoeba turning into a whale, millions and millions and millions of generations. How did you show me one? There's still amoebas out there.
Can you just imagine it?
Do it again. Huh? They can't even make it happen in the laboratory. One atheist said, Hovind, if they ever make life in the laboratory, what are you going to say then? I said, I'm going to say that proves it takes intelligence to make life, doesn't it? That proves the creation model. Yeah. So lizard people, I know some might qualify, but never mind. Can you explain how Jesus was pinned on the cross through his wrist and not his hands? Well, there is a space in your wrist under the ring finger called I think it's the French guy who named it, between the carpal bones. If you nail them in the palm, it'll just rip right out between the fingers eventually. But if you nail down here where all the cartilage and all the tendons are, they can hang there from that. And it's extremely painful because one of the nerves, I forget which one it is, the name of the nerve, it's been a long time since I taught anatomy, but there's a space you can put a nail right through there. And they find people who were crucified where the nail went through the side of the heel, right through the bone. They put their feet on the side of the cross sometimes and nail them through the heel. You talk about pain. Well, that's what they were trying to do. Maximum pain for the maximum amount of time. So can I explain it? No. I believe it. Okay. We'll see when we get to heaven. Okay. See, in the Hebrew mind, the hand involves everything up to the, I think up to the elbow. Certainly the forearm. This is all part of the hand in their way of thinking. In ours, it stops. Does it stop here or stop here? Where does the hand actually stop? I don't care. It's not worth fighting over. Okay. Thank you for the years of time and effort put into recording and publishing the truth. Grateful. Thank you, John. Please spread it around. Tell people about it. Crybaby. Oh.
This question for him.
Have you done lab testing on any evidence for your belief in evolution? Or do you just believe what you read in school textbooks? Okay. The link I sent at the top of the page is the guy on YouTube that has almost all your videos from CSC classes and debates. Well, yay. Okay. Look, if you have some of the old stuff, when YouTube took down the channel, we lost hundreds, maybe thousands of videos. If you recorded some, send them to Joseph. We'll post them again. I've been doing this for 35 years. Good evening, Dr. Oven from Angel. Somebody told me his wife was an angel. She was always up in the air harping about something. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what he meant by that. Okay. If I had a career as a geologist, I had a career as a geologist, so yes, I have extension field. Well, then, crybaby, show me. Can you explain, since your career is in geology, could you explain to me? Here. You guys teach this dumb idea that all the layers of the earth are different ages, and you've got names for them, and you probably know them all by heart. The Cretaceous, the Jurassic, Triassic, Mississippian, Devonian, Silurian, you probably know them all by heart. The Holocene dirt, according to your religion, is 10,000 years old. The Archean is 2.5 billion. Where was all this dirt hanging out for 2.49999 billion years? Are these layers being added to the earth from outer space? And you'll say, no, that's just the time it got deposited there. Well, how does that change the age of it, moving it from one place to another? It's the same dirt. Every speck of dirt in the world is the same age. How do they not get it, Joseph? They started teaching this stupid geologic column 200 years ago, and everybody fell for it. Some guy made up what he said was the law of superposition. It's not a law at all. They say the top layer has to be younger. No, it doesn't. Not if the layers are forming sideways. Watch experiments in stratification. You can watch it happen. 10 or 15 layers. As the water's rolling sideways, it forms 10 or 15 layers downstream. They don't form this way, they form this way. But this geologic column has become your Bible, and you're a geologist, crybaby. So please tell us, where was all this dirt hanging out? They're going to say, well, we know the layers from radiometric dating of igneous rock. Forget all that. This is, I'm assuming, forget the carbon dating and all that stuff. Where was this dirt waiting for 2.4999 billion years? I would like to try to help you guys. You really got suckered into believing something stupid. Adolf Hitler suckered millions of people, 55 million Germans, into believing, wow, this guy's really smart. He can take over the world. Follow him. Oh, yes. Wow. Jim Jones suckered, 900 some people to follow him to South America and make their cult down there, and they all drank the Kool-Aid.
He was an atheist.
Yeah, he was an atheist, yeah. So there have always been people able to sucker people into believing dumb things. And all you folks who believe in evolution have been suckered into believing some really dumb things, like all the matter fit in a dot smaller than an atom. Hello, you can't squeeze a cup of water into a dot smaller than an atom. Every time, like when I'm picking up all that lumber out there on the highway, my straps broke. All this fit in a dot smaller than an atom. I couldn't believe that. That was one heavy dot, brother.
Yes, sir.
Where'd it come from? And then you believe life came from non-living material. You got suckered into believing something stupid. I'm sorry. It's time to stop. Okay, wake up. You're right. This is dumb. I'm going to quit right now. Evolution's dumb at every level, every level. Okay, any more, Jeff, brother?
Yeah, that's too long.
Why does it make more sense to you that there is a failing guiding consciousness rather than accepting that people lie and believe lies? I guess I don't understand that. A failing guiding consciousness. I don't know what you mean by that. Yeah, people lie.
Here he is with a follow-up, I guess.
We know you look up to Hitler and want to be just like him, but you picked a bad lie to get behind. You are a moron. Comic Brandon, pay attention, moron, okay? Hitler was an evil man. I've read hundreds of books about the Holocaust. I've been over there to Nuremberg and the different cities and preached in Germany, saw some of the concentration camps. I've studied it intensively. Hitler, I don't believe in. I believe Hitler was the evil. Okay, I don't want to be like Hitler at all. So stop lying about me. Understand? You are. Look at me. You're lying, or stupid, or maybe both. Okay, how's that? If you disagree, call in 855 Big Dino. Numbers on the screen. Tell me why. Okay, let's see. I don't want to be like Hitler. Kent versus Jeannie Scott was my first ever debate on creation. I was blown away. How Dr. Kent, obviously, the only scientific mind in that debate. I think so too. Jeannie Scott had nothing scientific to offer about evolution. There isn't anything scientific about it. It's a religious belief. That's all it is. It's a cult. Your appearance on Ali G was my all-time favorite. Even months after I was done with the Ali G show, I was traveling all over, you know, they called, we want to be on the show. I didn't know who he was, you know. I still thought I had met the dumbest guy in the world. He had me completely fooled. Anyway, I had a lot of fun. Okay. How do we get schools to start teaching the truth if we have all this evidence? I think the atheists have realized they're in a minority, probably always be in a minority, so they focused their attention on taking over curriculum development. And then the curriculum, they get into the committee that selects the state curriculum. The state curriculum committees where they get in, and they make sure their religion only is taught. No other religions are taught. You know, the Muslims do the same thing in their country. They make sure only Islam is taught in their schools. They get on that committee and they want to go through those books. Is anything about Christianity, anything against the prophet in here? Throw it out. Atheists have really taken over the curriculum. But listen, it doesn't matter what the book teaches if your kid knows the truth. You know, Daniel was raised in Babylon with the Babylonian religion, and he didn't fall for it, did he? Joseph sold into slavery in Egypt, had to learn all the Egyptian stupid stuff about all their gods, and he didn't fall for it. You can live in a pagan society, go to pagan schools, and come out right. I was taught evolution all through my grade school and high school. East Peoria High School, graduated 71, vice president of the class. And I didn't believe it. My biology teacher, Bev Pyle, taught biology, loved evolution, taught evolution strong. I was a brand new Christian in her class, struggling like, who's right? That's what got me started on this road. Say, hey, the Bible's true. Evolution is stupid. Okay? Brother Oven, hope you and your family are well. Yep, doing good. Happy Sabbath. Keep up the good work. Well, yeah, thank you. Why change my mind when you are unable to, Kent? Oh, I'll change my mind. Show me what evidence you got. I believe cows have always produced cows and always will produce cows. Change my mind. Show me some evidence. I like science, and evolution is not part of it. It's a religion. I'm very able to change my mind. I know what Jesus said in the Bible, can those who don't forgive still enter the kingdom? Well, yeah. See, you're going to the kingdom, going to heaven is because of what he did, Jesus did, not what you do. That goes back to the only two religions in the world, Cain and Abel. Cain brought his fruit and vegetables. God, look what I did for you. God wouldn't take it. Abel brought a sacrifice. If you've accepted Christ as your sacrifice, you're born into the family. You don't have to be perfect. You probably won't be, okay? But you still get to go to heaven because his robe of righteousness is put onto your account. Yeah, I'm going to heaven because of what he did, not because of what I do. Man. Hello, everyone. Hi, Stephen. How you doing, brother? Good to see you. Go to his channel, Proverbs Guy. Guy or guys? Plural, guys. Proverbs Guys. He's got a lot of good stuff on there on creation. Okay, and tell the little boy Bobby I said hi. Okay, I love that little kid. He's a character. Hi, Dr. Oven. Sue, what can you tell us about demons? Are they fallen angels or dead evil people? I don't believe I think they have to be fallen angels, but that's not a subject I'm an expert on for sure. 56 years I've been a Christian. I've read a lot about it, but I focus on creation. So I can't answer that. The books say to honor your father and mother. What if mother is extremely difficult to get along with? And no matter what, maintaining a good relationship is an impossible task. Maybe that's just a test of your ability. Like when you go to the Marines and they tell you to do 50 push-ups or lift this weight off the floor. You know, when you lift the weight off the floor 50 times, it does not do anything for the weight. It ends up right back where it started. You didn't change it at all. It changed you. Maybe living with a difficult parent or difficult brother or difficult spouse is to change you. Yeah. 2 Corinthians chapter 1. Paul said to the Corinthian church, first couple of verses, sometimes things happen to you so that you can start a ministry to help other people going through the same thing. Think about that. Okay, that's it.
Yes, sir.
Good. I'm ready to quit talking for a while. All right. Nothing tomorrow, but Sunday morning we'll be in Proverbs 30. Joseph, this is probably going to take more than one time just to get through that one chapter.
Okay.
Unbelievable, the stuff I'm digging out of Proverbs 30. I've read it many times. Lord, where was this all along? I'm changing my mind about a few things. Okay, see you tomorrow. No, Sunday. Bye.